Hello and welcome to the Igloo in Mount Laurel, New Jersey for this edition of Temple Owls Hockey on the TU Ice Network. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Luke Mealy alongside my lonely producer Jonathan Burke. It's just the two of us tonight, and we've got the Temple Owls taking on the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. The Owls come into this one with a 3-5 record, but 3-0 in the ACHA. Lehigh coming in at 3-3 and also 500 in conference at 1-1. The Owls coming off a big win last weekend against Westchester, a 4-0 win, a shutout from Joey Galitsky, a couple of goals from Buchetsky, and we'll see if they can keep the momentum going tonight here against the Mountain Hawks. Lehigh controls first, and we are underway here at the Igloo. The Owls trying to move through center. Chasing after it is Sensi. The captain tries to drop it off for no one in particular. It's Alex Kelly that comes up with it. Now the Owls get it at the point. That shot is blocked. That rebound shot goes just wide. Gross after it, sends it back to the point. That one's flipped all the way behind the net. And now the Mountain Hawks will control. Sensi trying to move through the middle with it. He'll send that one along the far side and all the way down behind Galitsky, where the Owls are there to recover. Moving down the right side now through a little bit of trouble. Sending that one at Kaiser, sends that one just wide. In the high slot, flipping the pass over. Banking it along the boards behind the net. Irie chasing after it for Temple. But it'll be pushed ahead, and here comes Lehigh, and they couldn't control the puck. Now the Mountain Hawks again threatening down the middle. Working it in the corner. It comes into the slot, and Temple takes it away. Backhanding that one is Buchetsky, and the Owls will get some fresh legs on the ice. That one sent all the way in, bounces nearly in front of Ben Spire, the goalie for the Mountain Hawks. Sending one in front and fanning on the shot. Oh, it was a prime opportunity for the Owls just 2 minutes into this opening period. That puck bounced off the boards, took a funny hop to the left of Ben Spire, the goalie for Lehigh. McDowell had a look at it, couldn't quite get it off, and now the Owls will have an offensive zone faceoff. Hunter Ringwood on there for Temple. Trying to work with it is Mulholland. He'll get it up, and it'll be banked along the side boards, where Temple will come up with it in the defensive zone. Now behind the net for Lehigh. Trying to work with it. That one slid right in front of Galitsky and out of harm's way. Now working with it. That shot is off Galitsky and wide. Now to the far side. The Owls will try and control. And that one will be poked all the way down. No icing on the play. It'll be Brendan Carnish for the Mountain Hawks going to get it and trying to start things off, but that pass is out of reach and taken by Malik Lansdowne. The Owls trying to get this thing under control. A lot of back and forth play. No one's really had a great opportunity yet. Just a few minutes into this game, and there's a big time hit along the boards at center ice. Lansdowne felt the brunt of it from Grant of Lehigh, and that one goes just wide of Spire, and we'll have an offensive zone draw for the Mountain Hawks. 16:52 to go here in the opening period. And we apologize for any technical looking difficulties. Right now it is just me on play-by-play and cameras. Galitsky lets you see all of that save. And it is just my partner, Jonathan Burke, and producing Jonathan Burke, doing the stats, giving me all the info I need. We're trying to pull off a two-man broadcast here, and we'll see if we can get it done. That one is sent and blocked. And a big hit from Rudolph, letting Bunacore know who's there. Sending that one along the boards. Another big hit. LeBombard laid that one down. That one sent ahead, and let's see if Melman can get things going. He just sends it in, and we have a whistle on the play. Temple with 3 hits so far in less than 4 minutes. They've been trying to keep that momentum from the Westchester game, trying to impose their will early. That's what got them in such good graces against Westchester. They got out to the early lead. They never trailed on that one. Lehigh now controlling, back at the point, flipping that one in. It got by Galitsky wide. Into the corner, trying to center one in front. No one could get it, and it's back up to the point. Back behind the net now. A lot of bodies there fighting for it. That one centered in front, right through the slot. No one had a shot at it. Now that one comes back out to the side. We're seeing Lehigh dominate some possession here. The Owls trying to control. That one's poked and kept in. Working for it is Gross. He can't get enough on it to get it out. That one slips into the slot. Nearly a look at it for the Mountain Hawks. And finally it bounces off a glove and beyond the blue line, but back comes Lehigh. That shot is saved by Galitsky. Gives up a little rebound, and the Owls come away with it. Something we saw Galitsky do a very good job of in the game against Westchester was not give up rebounds. And that one was nearly a prime opportunity for the Mountain Hawks. That shot comes in front. Spire, what a save. Out of nowhere, a huge drive. Kaiser let it rip, but Spire was up to the task. Temple with a little bit of an opportunistic play after Lehigh had dominated so much time of possession on that, and that shot doesn't get all the way through. Kaiser chasing after it. Ooh, and a big hit along the corner. A very physical start to this hockey game, and back the other way comes Lehigh. Centering that one in front. Galitsky's got it. It bounces in front of the net, and somehow it doesn't go. The Lehigh bench stood up. It looked like it was just a wide open net, and somehow that puck stayed out. That's sometimes the magic that you need as a goaltender. I don't know if Galitsky got his pad over there, if the offensive player fanned on the shot, but nonetheless, this score remains tied with 14:34 to go in the opening period. That shot goes wide to the left of Galitsky, bounces all the way to the other side where Lehigh will get the initial stick on it, but now Michael Walker will come up with it. Walker dislodged from the puck, and the Mountain Hawks will try and control. A long outlet pass ahead, misplayed by Lehigh, and the Owls will now get an offensive zone draw just over 5 minutes into this first period. The Owls have won 40% of the faceoffs so far, just 2 for 5. We'll see if they can even things up here. And the Owls come away with it, trying to get that shot off. It was blocked, rebound shot, and it's snagged out of the air by Spire. A nice catch on that play. It was Gane that had to look at it in the slot. But the Owls, it's like deja vu, getting the puck right back where they started. On the circle to the right of Spire. This time it's Lehigh winning the draw and gaining possession. On the near boards now. Fighting for it into the corner. Lansdowne kicks it all the way across to the far corner. He was without a stick at the moment. He goes and recovers it. Lehigh trying to move up that sideline, and they're able to get it out. That pass nearly intercepted, and now the Owls will send it all the way back in. Ringwood gets the hit in the corners. The Owls get some fresh legs down on the ice. Spinning one in front. Ringwood now comes up with it. He tries to get a shot. That was blocked by a stick. Back the other way. Behar Jr. a long pass ahead to Gruber. He'll just send it in to the right corner. It'll swing around to the left. Gruber tries to send one in front, and that one right through the blue paint in front of Galitsky. Now in the corner fighting for it. Barberini almost lost it. And now a lot of bodies hitting the ice. Yeah, I was just trying to get it out, and it's Hempel coming up with it for the Mountain Hawks, and he'll send that one in and come off the ice. Galitsky plays it around to the other side. And that shot is deflected wide of Galitsky. There was a man in front trying to redirect that puck and went out of harm's way, and now the Owls come back the other way. No numbers here on this rush. That'll be sent in on Spire. He snags it out of the air. Owens did a good job getting it on net and earning the Owls the offensive zone draw. That's really, we haven't seen the Owls control too much time of possession in the offensive zone, but they've forced a number of offensive zone draws where anything can happen in the offensive zone. Jeff Gross on the faceoff for the Owls against Alex Kelly of the Mountain Hawks. And Kelly is able to win that one for Lehigh. But it bounces all the way back out, and the Owls take it at neutral ice, where it's sent back in and chased after by Goyer. Sending one ahead. Here come the Mountain Hawks up the left side. That shot on Galitsky is blockered away with the right hand. Back out to the point. That one through some traffic. Galitsky got it with the right pad. Again from the point. Again, Galitsky's got it, and the rebound is controlled by the oh-so-reliable Joey Galitsky. 8 minutes into this first period, he's faced 8 shots from the Mountain Hawks. They've done a good job putting pressure on this Owls defense and just putting shots on the net, but Galitsky's done a good job of just staying in front of all of them, limiting rebounds. There was a couple that came out, but for the most part, he's continued his dominance that he had against Westchester. Trying to maneuver with it is Kamish. And that one sent all the way across. That shot goes wide of the net. Kamish now at the point, moving into the high slot. He'll send one on net. That's blocked away. Kamish again working with it. Hit up against the boards. Kaiser sending Kamish to the ice. That'll drift to the near side now. Ringwood enters the ice for the Owls. Backhanding that one in front, comes all the way through to the slot. That shot is high over Galitsky and off the glass. But Shetsky was able to deflect it. And now back the other way is Lansdowne. Lansdowne tries to get a shot away. That one's blocked. That one will come all the way out to the other side on the near boards. Ringwood spins one in front. That shot is in front of Spire, and it couldn't get in. That one nearly picked off by McDowell, but the Owls come up with it regardless. Backhanding that one to Ringwood, and he'll send it into the corner. Spire thought about coming out, but he doesn't. McDowell chasing after it for Temple. 3 Mountain Hawks converge and come away with the puck, but that one's turned over. A spinning shot is just wide. It was Ringwood that had a look at it. The Owls trying to turn defense into offense with some of these plays, and they've come pretty close a couple of times. Some Lehigh turnovers deep in their zone. Now right in front of us. That will be banked up by Goyer out to neutral ice. On the near boards, another Lehigh turnover. Moving into the slot. Tripped up and nearly got a shot away. Michael Walker battling. Bladen Reed now comes away with it. He'll send it behind the net. Wilf sends it back out to the point. Sending one through traffic, and that one goes wide. It was Barberini. Banking that one off the boards, and here come the Mountain Hawks. Down through the middle, no numbers advantage. Trying to drop it behind the defender and go get it. Nearly a spectacular play by Behar Jr. Now looking for a pass into the slot. No one's quite there. Back out to the point. That one will be sent behind the net by Michigan. Temple was able to get it out of harm's way. Moving into the zone. That shot is off the right pad of Spire. It was Maglio with the attempt. The Owls trying to keep it in, and now the Mountain Hawks still struggling to get it out. Hempel send that one out beyond the blue line, where Temple comes up with it with just under 9 minutes to go in the first period. That shot is controlled by Spire. He took that one right to the chest. Shot from Ian Stonefield on the far side. Things starting to even out here a bit. We saw Lehigh dominate possession over the first half of this period, and now Temple really starting to get their looks on Spire. But both goaltenders have been solid so far, and it's Lehigh coming away with another face-off win. That one banked off the glass and down the ice. A beautiful connection. Here's the shot. Galitsky got a piece of it. Rebound comes in front of him, and it bounces way up to the ceiling, and it comes down to the Mountain Hawks. That shot was intentionally wide, tried to get a deflection. It didn't go in. Trying to spin one on net. That one's taken away. It'll be banked all the way down where Kamish is waiting for it. He takes a big hit from Rudolph. Rudolph sends it across, and now he'll get it back. Rudolph trying to go down the far side, and he is hit up against the boards. And that one is sent into the netting. The referee imploring to our players that they cannot change. At least on the Lehigh side, the Owls can get some fresh legs out there. 8:13 to go in this first period. Shots favor the Mountain Hawks 9-5. Kaiser on the draw for Temple. Kaiser is able to control, get it back out to the point. Moving with it is Gane. Buchetsky sends it across. In front of us is Irie. Met by a couple of Mountain Hawks. It comes away. Kaiser hits the ice, and that one will be banked all the way down where Gane will chase after it. And Lehigh will now get some new skaters out there. Up the far side, trying to push it in was Kaiser. Irie chasing after it. Irie and Kaiser converge. The puck squeezes away. And it will be controlled for a moment by Lehigh. It's sent all the way back behind the net, where Goyer will try and send it up the far side. The Owls trying to fight to keep it in. They do, however, gain control. Buchetsky, who had 2 goals in the last game against Westchester, will dump that one in and get off the ice. That one's sent dangerously into the slot. Temple comes up with it, and they'll flip that one back in. It was Barberini taking it away and sending it in, and now Lehigh finally getting it out. They've struggled to get the puck handled in their defensive zone. Into the corner now. In what has been a scoreless first period that's had opportunities for both sides. Sent across, Galitsky slows it down with his stick. Barberini over chasing after it. Gane back to Barberini. The Owls trying to push it through. It's McDowell now, sending one all the way across. And Walker now handling it, evading a couple Mountain Hawks. That one drifts in front of Spire. He pokes it away out of harm's way. That one sent all the way down. And another icing against Lehigh. Another offensive zone draw for Temple. 6:12 to go here in the opening period. Lehigh leading in shots 10-8. It's still fairly even, as we've detailed so far. Spinning and trying to get one on net. That one went just wide. It was McDowell trying to get a look at it. And a long outlet pass is misconnected by Lehigh again. And we'll have another face-off right in front of Ben Spire. We'll see if the Owls can take advantage of any of these offensive zone draws. Temple averaging 2.5 goals per game. put up 4 in the last matchup. The last time these two teams matched up was at Lehigh earlier in the season, where the Owls were able to win 4-3. Andrew Kaiser put up a hat trick in that one. Now trying to get one in front. The rebound shot is saved by Galitsky. He swallowed that one up to keep us knotted up at 0. Jordan Nelson had a look at it right in front of Galitsky, but he was stonewalled. Face off to the left of Galitsky. And the Owls control, sending it all the way around. Working with it on the near point, drifts out into the slot where Gane will control. Trying to backhand that one forward as Lansdowne is deflected back where Gane will have to chase it behind Galitsky. Some heavy pressure here from Lehigh, and that one deflects on Galitsky. He was ready for it, but that thing came back at him in a flash. It was deflected up into his chest, right at the temple tee. That sits in the middle of his chest, but he was able to make the save. And it looks like, if the scoreboard is correct, the scoreboard reads we have a penalty. And it looks like Temple will go on the power play for the first time tonight. Ethan Hempel hitting the box for Lehigh. And Temple, it has not been a pretty story on the power play. The Owls are 3 for 42 so far to start this season with the man advantage. Only just over 7%. But we'll see if they can convert here. In a tie game on their home ice, they're undefeated in the conference. They look to keep it that way tonight. Rudolph tries to control, back for Gross. Fought for in the corner, swung all the way around. It takes a weird hop off the boards in Temple's favor. The Owls control. That shot is just wide of Spire. Rudolph looking for an outlet, and he just missed Lansdowne. Bayard Jr. chasing after it. Galitsky comes way out of the net to preserve it for Temple. Bayard Jr. couldn't control. Galitsky has to get back and make a nice save. That one sent across the middle and wide, and Temple will come back the other way with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining on the opening power play. In the corner, Kaiser fighting for it. Kaiser battling off of Gross on the far side. Can the Owls control? Gane trying to keep it in, and it stays in for Temple. Rudolph sends it into the center. Winding and firing, that shot was blocked. Rudolph all the way over to Gane. A bouncing puck, couldn't quite handle it. Gross back for Irie. Irie checked in the back, sends one in front for Gross. Spinning shot! Oh, and it goes off a defender and stays out. Jeff Gross, inches away from his 3rd goal in the year. A spinning look in front of Ben Spire as this power play approaches its conclusion. Under 5 seconds now on the man advantage. The Owls looking for one last push. LeBombard spinning with it. We're back to even strength hockey. LeBombard on the far side. He lets it go by him to McDowell. Back to LeBombard. Trying to keep control with his skates. Walker comes up with it, sends it back out to the point. Gane on the near side. Tries to send one in front to the left of Spire. Walker speeding. The first one of the puck. That one is sent high and wide. Gane banks it along the boards, where LeBombard will now control on his own side. That one over the stick of McDowell. And chasing after it is Mishkin. Mishkin turns it over, sending that one in. It's off the stick of Spire and saved. That one will be banked along the glass and all the way behind where McDowell was there, and Mishkin comes away with it. Flipping that one will be caught out of the air by Stonefield, and he'll bank that one right behind the Lehigh net again with just over 2 minutes to go in an opening period where we're yet to see any goals. Nice play there by Owen to dislodge the offensive player from the puck and get control for the Owls, but now that pass is deflected down the ice, no icing. Trying to control that one, stolen in the slot. That shot is just wide. Rebound shot is saved. Maglio had a look at it. Falling shot taken, that one is blocked. A stick goes flying into the air. Maglio fighting for it. The Owls have it back. Stonefield gets a look at it, deflected wide. All the way across and pushed ahead. It's Alex Kelly now down the far side for Lehigh. That shot is saved by Galitsky. 80 seconds remain here in the opening period. We're seeing a lot of firepower now. On the far side, Sean Grant. Can the Lehigh Mountain Hawks do anything with this one? Grant trying to spin with it against Kaiser. That one comes down to the slot, and they score! A rocket past Galitsky. It's Brendan Kamish. The Owls played with fire a little too long there, losing track of the puck. And with just 56 seconds to go in the opening period, it is 1-0 Mountain Hawks. Kamish received that one on a silver platter in the slot. I don't think all the Owls quite knew where the puck was. He got a clean look and sent it just under the crossbar. A very pretty shot. That sort of resembled the Owls' lead they took against Westchester last week, scoring near the end of the first period to get some momentum going into the locker room. We'll see if they can get it back here in the last 40 seconds they have. That one's backhanded by Buchetsky behind the net, taken by Kaiser. Trying to push it along the far side, and Kamish trying to control, he can't quite get it. Irie banks it along the boards to himself with just 20 seconds to go in period number one. Moving with it is Gane. Kaiser now comes up with it. 13 seconds to go. Kaiser, he'll get a look at it, and that one deflects off a referee. Hit the crossbar, then the ref. He looked to take it around the neck area. So he's taking a moment for himself. 8.9 seconds remain in this first period of play. We talk about how tough the players are on this sport. What about the referees? We give them a lot of slack. But when they're taking pucks like that up around the neck area, that is a tough play to take. But he is up. He is skating on the far side. And we will get play underway again, the final 9 seconds of the period. That one's sent out to the high slot. His shot is deflected in front. Rebound shot sent across the slot, and that will do it for the first period. The Owls had quite a few opportunities there. But after the first period of play, Lehigh comes away with it with a 1-0 lead. They beat Joey Galitsky, something not many teams have been able to say too often this season. We're going to take our first break of the night. After the first period of play, it is Lehigh 1, Temple 0. You are listening and watching on the TU Ice Network from the Igloo in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Igloo here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey for some Friday night hockey between the Temple Owls and the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Thank you so much for listening to the TU Ice Network here on YouTube. The Owls and the Mountain Hawks with a very evenly played first period. If you had watched, you would have thought the Owls could have scored on plenty of the turnovers they forced against this Mountain Hawks team, slipping up in their own zone, but it is Lehigh leading 1-0 as we begin the second period of play. Brendan Kamish put in the only goal of the game so far, beating Joey Galitsky high and under the crossbar. And we'll see if the Owls can knot things up. The Owls undefeated in conference this season, 3-0. That is now sitting on the line. Kaiser on the draw for Temple to open up the second period of play. And we're underway here at the Igloo. The puck is swung back behind Galitsky. And Irie now comes away with it. We got some quick players on this new ice. Irie shoots, and it's saved out of the air by Spire. Continuing to make the plays look routine, just as he did in the opening period. We alluded to it in the first period. When these teams matched up early in the season on Lehigh's home ice, it was the Owls coming away with a 4-3 victory, a big-time win for Temple. And Andrew Kaiser had 3 goals that night, a little hat trick. That one sent behind the net. See if the Owls can control. Comes in front of Spire. He has to blocker it away, sitting right up against that post. Kaiser tries to flip it back behind. Buchetsky is there working for it. Kaiser comes away with it, but he loses control. See if the Hawks can get anything going the other way. Buchetsky's pass is blocked, and now it comes onto the skate of Irie. Michael Irie tried to get a shot away, and that was knocked away by Goyer. Irie, if he had one more second of time, he could have got a look at it, and now he'll just send that one back behind Spire. Trying to connect on that long outlet pass. Out of reach now. Temple will come up with it. It'll be an icing as they were coming back the other way. A very late icing. You don't normally see the puck bounce off the boards and come all the way back to the blue line before they call it, but that was the case there. And Temple, as they did many times in the opening period, will get a face-off in the offensive zone off of an icing from Lehigh. Just over a minute gone by here in the second period of play. It's Lehigh 1, Temple 0. Temple has come back to lead the face-off category 10-8 after Lehigh had the early advantage. Trying to get that one away are the Mountain Hawks. They had a tough time handling in their own zone in period number 1, leading to a couple of really good Temple opportunities. LeBombard now down the right side. He's got some space. He's going to shoot it. It's saved by Spire. A winding and firing is Gannett. That one goes wide. Lansdowne chasing after it. Fighting in the corner now, trying to get it back up to the point to LeBombard. It didn't get all the way there. Battled along the boards, and now Lehigh will come away with it down the near side. Kicking that one away is Gannett, winding and trying to send that one in. It's blocked. And Gannett will take it away. It was Gross getting the block. Sending that one ahead. LeBombard in pursuit. Fighting for it along the boards, up along the point. And Lehigh comes away with it, trying to get a nice pass. But that one is deflected away. Now in the corner now, 2 Lehigh Mountain Hawks to 2 Temple Owls. That shot was deflected out of harm's way. Trying to get a pass back up to the point off the stick of Connor Mulholland. And now the Owls will try and regain control. Back the other way comes Lehigh. A 2-on-1 if they hurry. That one in front of Galitsky pokes it away. A big-time poke check from Joey Galitsky to keep it at a 1-goal game as Temple got caught lacking on the line change. Ringwood can't control it, but Lansdowne will send a long outlet the other way. That one's knocked down, and chasing after it is McDowell. And that one is sent slowly into the slot where Temple couldn't control, but they will take it out at neutral ice. Now it's Stonefield. McDowell fighting through some bodies as Spire will send that one behind him where Walker was waiting for it. Walker's stick goes flying into the air, and the Mountain Hawks will come the other way, trying a long outlet pass yet again. And there's no icing on the play. The puck was deflected, and now Temple will try and recontrol. That pass, Ringwood had it, and his skates couldn't quite figure it out. And now we'll have some back and forth play here in the neutral zone. Smedley will let the Mountain Hawks take control. It's Sean Grant trying to get in front. Now he's going down the far side. That's taken away. It's Stonefield. Stonefield continuing to push up the near side, and he loses control. Long outlet pass deflected off the stick of Grant and out of play. Just over 4 minutes gone by here in the second period. Lehigh leading in shots 17-13. Galitsky has made 16 out of 17 saves. He's been on his game. Just a couple of great opportunities for Lehigh and one too many for the Mountain Hawks. That one is iced down by Temple. But when you talk about opportunities, you have to think back to that opening period where the Mountain Hawks just could not seem to control anything in their own zone. Although they had some good time of possession, when it came back the other way, they really couldn't control anything behind their own net, turning the puck over, giving Temple many opportunities in the near slot. The Owls just couldn't convert, but those are the shots you will take if you're Temple. As now wrapping it around, Galitsky got out to the post. That one sent through traffic, deflected wide. Trying to center one in front is deflected into the corner. Back behind the net, it was Melman centering it, and it goes all the way past his teammates, all the way behind the net. It'll be chased after by Michigan. And once again, the Owls battling. Maglio and Owens fighting there behind the net in the corner. Whining, trying to get a good shot off. It's blocked away. And that one off the stick, where it will be controlled and sent in by Bladen Reed. Chasing after it now is David Wilf into the corner. Against a couple of Mountain Hawks, he hits the ice, and Michigan will push it forward. Long outlet pass again, this time deflected away by Barberini. He nearly brings it in front of his own net, but he gets it out of harm's way. Nearly a minute straight out there for this line. We'll see if they can get off the ice. Irie now onto the ice. He'll chase that one behind the net as the Owls desperately trying to get some fresh legs out there. That one is sent all the way behind the net. Galitsky there to control and try and send it away. Gets it to Lansdowne, and Malik Lansdowne will send it all the way to the other end of the ice for an icing. .14:01 to go in period number 2. Both teams have threatened a bit, but no opportunities too great here so far over the first 6 minutes of the period. Give credit to Galitsky and Spire. They've been very good so far. That one back up to the point, kept in. Galitsky goes high up to get it and snags it out of the air off of his chest. And we will redo the faceoff. Kaiser on the draw for Temple. Esposito wins it for Lehigh. That one is shot from the point. It didn't quite get there. It was deflected wide. And a big hit against the boards, and we're going to have a penalty. Lehigh trying to control to get the extra attacker on the ice. Spire goes to the bench. 6-on-5 hockey for the time being, a delayed penalty against Temple. On the far side, Lehigh trying to get it set up at the point, and Buchetski's able to get a stick on it and control. So we have a whistle, and we'll see which Owls heading to the box. John Guay heading to the box for Temple, and it'll be the first power play of the night for the Mountain Hawks. We saw them kill off the only Temple man advantage, and now it'll be flipped the other way around. The Temple penalty kill, 24 for 34 on the season. They've killed off 70% of the power plays they've faced. We'll see if they can keep that trend up as that one goes off to the far boards. Moving into the circle, back behind the net, looking for a pass into the slot. Lehigh very patient here. Two guys behind the net, sending one out to the point. That one is shot, deflected in front. It goes out to the corner. Working with it behind the net. Working into the slot. That shot is saved by Galitsky. It got through some traffic, but he got his pads down on the ice. That shot is hit wide of the net. Sending one on the side of the net from a tough angle. Might have got the skate of Galitsky or the side of the net, and now they battle in the corner. Banking that one off the boards, but not out. Kept in by Kamish, the only goal scorer of this game. Brendan Kamish drops it down. Out to the high slot. Kamish winds and fires through some traffic, and Galitsky snags it out of the air. We've got just over a minute remaining on this power play for the Mountain Hawks as we get a full line change for both squads. Grant off on the faceoff. Wins it for the Mountain Hawks. Back up to the high slot. That shot was blocked. Didn't get all the way through. The rebound is sent wide to Galitsky. Sent back behind the net now. Working it into the corner. Back out to the point. Sending it across is Schick. To the far side. Very patient power play unit. That shot is saved by Galitsky. And again, he does a stupendous job of conserving the rebound. No second chance opportunity for the Mountain Hawks, who now have 38 seconds remaining on this power play. They've got 6 shots in the first minute and 22 seconds of the man advantage. Barberini tries to get it out. He can't get it. And now Wilf will come away with it. Wilf flying ahead of everyone. Wilf's shot is deflected wide. Might have got a stick on it from behind. David Wilf with one of the best opportunities of the night for the Owls on the man disadvantage. 15 seconds to go on the power play for the Mountain Hawks, who had really dominated, getting lots of shots on Galitsky until that latest opportunity for Temple. That one is sent back behind the net. In the corner, we're back to even strength hockey. Working behind the net, swing all the way to the outside. That shot goes wide of Galitsky. It was Esposito with the shot. Barberini over to get it, gets it up to Wilf and out into the neutral zone as Wilf takes a hit from Esposito. Galitsky controls, sends it over to Bladen Reed. Reed flipping that one ahead out of the reach of Kaiser, who will chase after it and fighting against a couple of Mountain Hawks to keep it in, but it goes just beyond the blue line. Wilf and Kaiser both there fighting for it. Kaiser comes away with it. Barberini will send it all the way down to the corner. The Owls get fresh legs on the ice as Gane will go back to get it for Temple. Looks to bank that pass off the boards for Irie, and Michael Irie can't get it past the lone Mountain Hawk there. It was Jordan Nelson, and he'll come back the other way. Nelson will shoot, and it goes just wide. To the near side, Irie trying to push it ahead, and it's going way down the ice, so he won't be able to get after it. Hempel will be the first man there for Lehigh. Trying to maneuver this one through the middle. It's Sean Grant coming to the near side. He is sent down by Gross, and we're going to have another penalty. Grant has some words for Gross, and Jeff Gross will head to the box to give Lehigh their second power play of the period. A Temple penalty kill that killed off the first power play, but saw Lehigh amass 6 shots. But on the other hand, it did offer one of Temple's best scoring opportunities, a breakaway the other way, the short-handed opportunity for David Wilf. 2 minutes in the box for Gross, and we'll see if Temple can keep this at a 1-goal game. On the far side, McDowell makes a nice hit, but Temple can't come up with it. Sending that one through traffic. That one's blocked away. Gane was in the way. Getting it down. Parallel to the net. Working behind, out on the other side. That shot is off the pad of Galitsky. McDowell tries to send it out, but he couldn't get his stick on it. That pass was blocked by Gane, and now it's sent all the way through to the other side. Big hit there by Wilf, and David Wilf will get it away. Wilf with a nice hit on Michael Griss to keep that puck away from Lehigh possession. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Mountain Hawks. That shot got all the way through, but Galitsky able to guide it to the corner. That shot is deflected up and into the netting. We have a whistle and we'll have a stoppage of play. 62 seconds to go on the man advantage for Lehigh. The Owls have done a much better job killing off this penalty. They've only allowed 2 shots so far. Lehigh looking a lot more uncomfortable, not really able to control the puck as much as they were on that first power play. Irie tries to chase after it. He can't quite get it. Back out to the point. It's Mishkin. Spinning it back for Grant. Sean Grant all the way across from Mulholland. Dropping it down into the corner. Stonefield lays a big hit, but Lehigh keeps control. Tries to send that one across. It was blocked on the pass. It was Kyle Smedley blocking that one in the slot and getting it out, where Lehigh will have to go back and control. A little misplay, and now here come the Mountain Hawks. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Sending that one to the far side, it's Mishkin. Sends one into the slot. That shot was up and deflected. Stonefield got a stick on it. Mishkin again sends one in front off the stick of Gruber. He's had a couple attempts on the doorstep. Irie will backhand that one all the way down as we approach the final few seconds of this power play for Lehigh. Mishkin will control, but we are back to even strength. The Temple penalty kill coming up big once again. And now here comes Lehigh the other way with some speed. That shot, and they score! Sean Grant, just as we got back to even strength, rips that one past the left side of Galitsky. A big-time insurance goal for the Mountain Hawks. And it is a 2-0 lead for Lehigh. It felt like Temple had just calmed the storm, killing off the second Lehigh power play. But Sean Grant, as he had done that entire power play, keeping the pressure on, comes away with the puck. It's a clean look on Galitsky and sends it by him. 7:48 to go here in period number 2. The Owls still have plenty of time, but they've got a little bit more work to do. With only 14 shots on goal to this point, they're going to have to get a lot more pucks on Spire. He has not faced much action here in period number 2. In his defense, 4 of those minutes have been when Lehigh's had a man advantage. That one drifts in front of the net. Trying to chase after it was Rudolph. An 8-shot advantage in the period, 12-4 for the Mountain Hawks. That shot by Rudolph is wide. Barberini banks it back. Rudolph waiting for it. And once again, Lehigh will come the other way. A little 3-on-3 action for the Mountain Hawks. On the far side, that puck couldn't be controlled. It'll be sent in front, and Galitsky forced to stop it with the stick and cover. Exchanging business cards are Ryan Mock and Joey Galitsky. Surely all pleasant there. Just over 13 minutes gone by in the second period, in which the Owls have given up another goal and trail 2-0. in danger of dropping their first conference game this season. The Owls currently sit at 3-0 in conference as the Mountain Hawks sit at 1-1. Down on the far side, that shot is deflected wide. Another good look for the Owls. Not sure if it was Spire getting a piece of it or the defense. And a long outlet pass. This time it nearly works out for Lehigh. Galitsky out to get it, tries to send it along the boards, gets stuck in the corner, deflects out to the high slot. Barberini trying to push it ahead for McDowell. He'll flip that one in and chase after it. Ringwood there chasing as well. McDowell loses the puck, and back come the Mountain Hawks. Gane does a nice job of cutting off the angle and coming away with the puck and controlling it. Sends that one along the boards and out past the red line. Lehigh, another turnover. It's McDowell again. He forced so many of those in period number 1. But the Owls can't keep it inside the blue line. And now they'll just get some fresh skaters out there. And there's a steal in the slot. The shot is saved by Spire. Getting a good look at it was Maglio. Now Gane sends it ahead off the stick of Owen. And it'll drift behind Spire. Back to get it is Kamish. She had the first goal of the night for the Mountain Hawks back in period number 1. Stonefield flipping that one in, blockered away by Spire. Wilf sends it behind. And that one is sent up into the netting by Eric Melman. And Temple will get an offensive zone draw, keeping up some good pressure in that Lehigh defensive zone. We'll see if the Owls can try and get at least one back before we get to that third period. It would be a major load lifted off the Owls' shoulders if they can cut this lead in half before going to the locker room. It's Stonefield now. He'll try and get a shot away. Back behind the net. Rebound comes out, and it sits behind the net. It didn't get all the way through. Back out near the point on the far side. That one will be centered by Bucheski. Couldn't get a clean look at it. Was Irie. The puck was bouncing. There was a defender's stick in the area. And once again, Temple held out. Back behind the net. Smedley goes back to get it, and he turns it over. That one will be centered in front. A lot of traffic. Battling for it. Kaiser gets it over to Bucheski. Deflected up. Kaiser now controlling it. Sends it along. Temple's got a man advantage on the rush, and they turn it over. But it looks to be a delayed penalty. Or no, pardon me, it was a delayed offsides. Back the other way, and that's saved by Galitsky. Back the other way, under 4 minutes to go here in the second period. Stonefield banks it along. Kept in by the Mountain Hawks. Back out to the point, trying to flip that one. A wrister through traffic is blocked away, and Stonefield will bank that one along the glass out of the offensive zone for the Mountain Hawks, where they come right back in. That one is saved low by Galitsky. Very physical play here from Lehigh. A strong past few minutes for the Mountain Hawks. Now that one pushed up against the side. The referee clamoring for the players to play the puck. Didn't want to blow that one dead. Now moving in. That shot is deflected. It was blocked away by Smedley. It was Grant looking for goal number 2 of the period. Back out to the point. Wristed on in. That one's deflected wide. Down to Grant behind the net. Trying to center one in front. Saved by Galitsky. Deflected behind the net. Getting a good look at it was Bahar Jr. Spinning at the point. Sending that one in front. The only one home was Smedley. The Owls now having trouble getting it out of the zone. Back to the blue line and kept in for Lehigh. Backhanded out to the point. And now a little misplay there. It'll still be controlled by Lehigh. Looks like practice. They're just running this puck in circles right now. And that one on cue, right over the stick of Sensi. And now once again they try and catch the Owls changing. Here come Lehigh. The shot is saved by Galitsky and snagged out of the air. We've seen that movie before, the Owls trying to sneak in a change while Lehigh recognizing the advantage they have if they just go back the other way, and they nearly got another goal out of it. The Mountain Hawks have outshot Temple by 10 in this period, 17-7 advantage for shots on goal for Lehigh. Gross tries to bank it along. That puck is stolen. Working now behind the net. In front to the right of Galitsky. Trying to get a cover on it, and Gross comes away with it. Sends it out of the reach of Rudolph, who will win the race to the puck. Great effort before then losing control. Bladen Reed now sends that one the other way. It's sent into the corner behind Galitsky. For Bladen Reed, the lefty tries to send that one all the way down. It'll be deflected by Spire, pardon me. Skating right in front of the net. Dangerous play there. Ooh, and just avoiding that hit from LeBombard. Bladen Reed now with just over a minute to go in period number 2. Working down the near side. And that one will be sent all the way to the other side where only a Mountain Hawk is there. Trying to send that one ahead. Here come the Mountain Hawks. Moving into the slot. The backhander goes just wide. John O'Shea showed his patience, but he couldn't get the results. Banking that one off the boards. Gris gets it ahead, but Gane will try and slow it down. 35 seconds to go in the period. Back the other way. Gane with a nice play defensively. He's done that a number of times tonight, dislodging the man with the puck. Look at Lansdowne flying down the sideline, sending one in front. It didn't get all the way there. And that shot from Walker is saved by Spire. The Owls trying to get one home before the end of this period, and they came so close there. It was Michael Walker getting the look at it after Malik Lansdowne ran past 3 Mountain Hawks down this near side to at least give Temple a shot. Now that shot by Rudolph is just over the crossbar, and it'll wind up all the way back down behind Galitsky as the final few seconds tick off period number 2. And that will do it for the second period of play here at the Igloo in Mount Laurel. The Mountain Hawks add on a second goal here in period number 2 and take a 2-0 lead into the second and final intermission. It is the Mountain Hawks 2 and the Owls 0. You're listening and watching on the TU Ice Network on YouTube. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Igloo here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey for this broadcast of Temple Ice Hockey on the Temple University Ice Hockey YouTube channel. Tonight we've got the Temple Owls taking on the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, and we are just about to get underway for period number 3. In period number 1, Brandon Kamish put up the first goal of the night for Lehigh to put them out ahead 1-0. And then in period number 2, Sean Grant added a little bit of insurance. And Lehigh has the 2-0 lead as we enter the final 20 minutes of hockey here at the Igloo. We always see some of our most fast-paced play right after the Zamboni leaves the ice. We'll see if that remains the case here in period number 3. They work behind Galitsky, who saved 29 of 31 shots he's faced tonight. Back behind the net, the Owls can't gain control. Back the other way comes Lehigh, trying to get a man advantage, and that pass was just out of the reach. Stonefield now controlling. The lefty sends that one down off the stick of Irie. Can't control, and now Kaiser runs into some traffic. Stonefield up for Buchetsky. Buchetsky's done a nice job of trying to get his teammates involved in this one. He set up some real nice attempts that the Owls just haven't been able to convert. Coming off a 2-goal game against Westchester, he's been on quite the roll lately. That is some precision passing, and that shot is snagged right up against the chest by Galitsky. That was some tape-to-tape passing there for Lehigh. Getting that attempt out of nothing as they re-announce the 50-50 raffle. No one yet to step forward. Maybe the TU Ice Network will have to step forward and get some of that profit. Now let's see if Temple can come the other way here. Sending that one down behind the net. LeBombard there first to get it for Temple. Still battling for it. And now the Mountain Hawks come the other way, but that pass from Gris was out of the reach of O'Shea. Back up against the corner. The Owls have to get some offense going. Here's that one is sent into the slot, but nobody was home for Lehigh. When will the Owls increase the pressure? We'll see if they can do it right here. Gross will flip that one in to the corner behind Spire. Spire's had a relatively simple night as Rudolph chases after that puck. 32-19 shot advantage for the Mountain Hawks. Temple trying to get into the 20s here. McDowell working behind the net. He's been around the puck all night, but no Owls have been able to benefit from it. We've got a whistle on the play. And it looks like the final call's offsides. We had some refs skating with some players. Or no, it looks like we've got a Mountain Hawk heading to the box. This power play could be coming at a perfect time. It's Connor Mulholland heading back to the bench and giving the Owls the man advantage. Temple 0 for 1 tonight on the power play. Only converting 7% of their man advantages into goals this season. We'll see if they can change that right now. They currently sit at 3 for 43. That one goes just across, right past Spire. LeBombard now behind the net with some energy. Guinea back to get it. He'll try and get a lot on it. It's sent in front softly, and the rebound, Michael Walker tried to control. That one bounces into the Lehigh bench. And we've got 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining on Temple's second power play of the night. The man advantage could be Temple's best opportunity to cut this lead in half. It'll be McDowell on the faceoff. And he wins it back to Guinea. LeBombard on the near side. Back to Guinea. Trying to send one. It's blocked in front and beyond the blue line. Gane couldn't get it where he wanted it. And now the Owls will have to reestablish possession. Spire stops that one behind the net. That one can't go out. It's stopped initially by Lansdowne, and now Lehigh will get a clear out of it. Now we've got another whistle stopping play, as there is 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining on the power play for Temple. Trying to figure out what the stoppage is for, and it's a penalty against Brandon LeBombard. Not the way the Owls wanted that power play to go. Just 55 seconds into it, a LeBombard penalty puts us at 4-on-4 hockey. A lot more open ice out there with 2 less players on the ice. We'll see if the Owls can take advantage of that. For the 55 seconds, we will have 4-on-4 hockey before Lehigh will get a brief 5-on-4 advantage. Trying to spin that one in front, shooting at Galitsky, and he makes the left pad save. That one can't be cleared out. That one drifts out in front, and Joey's going to put the glove on top of it. That one is flipped in front, and Lehigh controlling. That shot goes wide and behind Galitsky all the way out to the opposite point. Up to the near side. Down near the corner, back up to the point. Goyer will try and flip that one through traffic. Galitsky saved it, couldn't hop on the rebound, but Temple will come the other way with it. 20 seconds remain on the 4-on-4 hockey. Kaiser sends it all the way around. Irie chased after it, and here comes Lehigh the other way. 10 more seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. That shot from Grant is blocked. Irie comes up with it. Sprinting back the other way. Michael Irie on the near side. Trying to slam on the brakes. The puck bounces away. And here comes Sean Grant. 5-on-4 hockey for Lehigh. Grant will get a look at it, and Galitsky guides it away. 40 seconds of a man advantage now for the Mountain Hawks, as that one is sent all the way down to the corner where Spire will go back to get it. Behind the net is Hempel. Hempel pushes it ahead. 25 seconds remaining on the power play for Lehigh. That pass goes in front. It's deflected just wide. Sending that one all the way down. The Temple penalty kill has been very solid tonight. They've just killed off the 3rd Lehigh penalty. We have 5 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Lehigh seems to be in no particular hurry. Barberini sends it down. It's stopped by Spire, and we're back to even strength. Just over 5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd period. Stopping on the circle. That shot, the rebound, they score! Fanning on the initial shot, getting a second rip at it, and Lehigh, a commanding 3-0 lead. It looked to be Michael Grease. That is a heartbreaker for Galitsky and the Owls. 3-0 just has a bit of a different feeling than 2. And here's McDowell. Not getting bashful after the goal. And getting a good attempt on Spire, but couldn't get it by him. That one is now deflected all the way back down. It'll be chased after by Barberini, and he'll control behind the net. The Owls have 14 minutes remaining to try and make up the 3-goal deficit. Walker couldn't get to that one. McDowell, look at him fly down the side. Really working hard. Reed spinning that one. And it'll be flipped back in front of the net. Spire's got to go get it. Walker trying to control it. And back the other way come the Mountain Hawks. Moving into the middle, across to the slot. The shot saved by Galitsky. Alex Kelly had a rip at it. A lot of bodies converging on the near side, and it'll be controlled by Mulholland. Swings it over to Kamish. Had the first goal of the night in period number 1. Brendan Kamish spun down, and Stonefield lost his stick. We've got another delayed penalty on the Owls as Spire will run to the bench. The puck is controlled by Temple, but much to the dismay of the Owls and Alex Maglio, who picked up that puck. Stonefield complaining he doesn't even have a stick. He lost it on the play, but it will be Stonefield heading to the box, and Temple, already trailing by 3 goals, will have to kill off another man advantage for Lehigh. And we've got a whistle after the initial faceoff. Not a recipe for success tonight for Temple. Some ill-timed penalties. A few in the second period when they were looking to make a comeback, only down by 1. They kill off those penalties, and then Lehigh goes and scores. Temple gets an opportunity with the man advantage in period number 3, but then commits a penalty. And then a few minutes later, Lehigh extends the lead to 3. That shot was blocked in front, couldn't get through traffic. Under 13 minutes to go now. That shot saved by Galitsky. Rebound sits out in front, and it'll be controlled by the Mountain Hawks. Sending that one out into the slot. That one's picked off and flipped all the way down the ice, where Spire will have to go back to get it. 1:20 remaining on this power play for Lehigh. Trying to get a rush going down the far side, swings that pass into the middle, a little miscommunication, and Temple will get another clear down the ice. Just over a minute now remains on the power play. Sensi sends one all the way across for Sean Grant. Swings it behind the net. Bahar Jr. All the way across for Grant, working behind Galitsky. Sends that one to the lefty. That shot is blocked. A nice effort from Michael Walker getting on the ice to block the shot. 27 on 23 crime. Oh, it was Rudolph, pardon me, going down there to get it, not Michael Walker. Half a minute remaining on the power play. That shot hit the crossbar. It stayed out, but Lehigh still controlling. Trying to send that pass into the slot. That one deflects to the right of Galitsky. It gets deflected out. 12 seconds to go on the power play. That shot didn't get all the way through. It was blocked aside. 5 seconds to go. That one's all the way across. Fanning on the shot. Oh, it was a prime opportunity for the Mountain Hawks. And again, the Temple Power, the penalty kill, able to stand strong and keep the Owls in this game. Now it's Kaiser the other way. His shot is saved. Rebound, Rudolph. Oh, and he's stopped by Spire. Kaiser and Rudolph getting some good looks at it. But Spire continues his phenomenal play tonight, keeping the Owls scoreless and preserving the 3-0 Mountain Hawks lead. Buchetsky now with it on the near side into the corner. And that one will be flipped all the way down past Blade and Reed. There was a deflected puck on the play, so it will not be icing. Back the other way come the Owls. It's Buchetsky trying to chase after it. Working for it and winning it, sending it into the slot. That shot might have not have gotten all the way through. It was Guay setting it up. Irie pushes it back, but Michigan there to handle for the Mountain Hawks. Dangerous pass all the way across by Lapsley, but here comes Lehigh the other way. Another delayed penalty against the Owls. Spire heads to the bench. And again, this time with 9:59 remaining in period number 3, it'll be Lehigh heading to the man advantage. Just an impossible position for the Owls to be in. Trying to come back from this large deficit. and continuing to find themselves in the box. It just may not be their night. It's John Guay heading to the penalty box for 2 minutes. His second of the night. One of the bright spots for this Owls team tonight is their penalty kill. They've done a good job. They haven't allowed anything for Lehigh on the power play, despite getting some high shot totals after the first couple. That shot through some traffic, and they score. It's almost like I jinxed them. Just 6 seconds into this power play, a wrist shot from the point finds its way by Galitsky. And for the second time in 3 games, the Owls find themselves trailing 4-0. Not sure if it was deflected. First in line in the handshakes was Alex Kelly. Not sure how much that means. But what we do know is that Lehigh leads 4-0. Their second goal of the third period, continuing to put insurance goals on the board, protecting Ben Spire, giving him a huge lead to work with. That one turned over in the slot. Lehigh not letting up. The Owls trying to clean things up and come back the other way. Flipping that one and chasing after it is Ringwood. Ringwood working, gets it back out to the point. Swinging that one across for Smedley. Smedley tries to get one on net. That one's deflected wide. McDowell now working with it behind the net. Ringwood as well. Ringwood gets it to McDowell. Back out to the point. Winding and firing. That one's deflected into the corner. Moving it ahead. That one will be deflected. Stonefield able to handle. But he's met by a couple of Mountain Hawks and still able to push it ahead to Ringwood, who gives it back to Stonefield. On the far side, his shot is batted away by Spire. He tried to catch it out of the air, got it with the left arm. It was enough of a piece to keep it away from the back of the net. That one sent all the way across. Back behind the net, chasing after it is Gannett. Just under 9 minutes to go as that pass off the stick and skate of Maglio. We've got a whistle on the play. It looks like something wrong with the equipment of Spire. It looked like the referee would have let play go on if it was on the other end of the ice, but as it started to get closer to Ben Spire, a goaltender with bad equipment, you do not want to mess with a puck potentially hitting him in a wrong spot. Spire looks like he's good to go. The whistle is blown. And we'll have a face-off in front of him to the right side of Spire. 8:31 to go here in the final period of play. The Mountain Hawks have extended their lead to 4. Temple trying to get anything going. Up the far side, now it's Gannett controlling for the Owls. Maglio pushing it ahead. Hohen couldn't control. Back the other way, it's Bahar Jr. He couldn't take it as it was Gannett ripping it from him. Now crawling to the ice. I couldn't quite see who that was, but we had an Owl on the ice. It was David Wilf struggling to get to the bench. Hopefully he's okay. Didn't quite see what happened with him, but we saw him really, really struggling to get off the ice. Injuries are the last thing you want to happen in a game like this that already feels a bit out of reach at 4-0 with just under 8 minutes to go in the final period. Lehigh looking for a bit of revenge when these two teams met back at Lehigh earlier in the season. It was an intense 4-3 win for Temple. Andrew Kaiser had the hat trick in that game. But the script has been much different tonight. The only similarity is the road team putting up 4 goals en route to what looks to be a win for the Mountain Hawks. Rudolph tries to send one in front. Spire trying to cover the puck, sits alone behind the players. Nobody knew where it was, and it's a heads-up play by Lehigh to get it out of harm's way. A huge collision of bodies laid that puck in the blue crease, but no one there to bat it home. Kamish trying to work it through some traffic. Esposito sends it behind the net. Oh, a nice, nifty move by Gross to control the puck for Temple. And back the other way come the Owls, 3-on-2. It's Gross dropping it off. Rudolph trying to get a look at it, couldn't get it on the forehand as it was deflected and it goes behind the net. We've got an arm up, and guess what? Another delayed penalty against the Owls. It'll be the third power play of the period for the Mountain Hawks. They've got 6 men on the ice now, 6-on-5, as Temple controls the puck. And with just over 6 minutes to go in the third period, we will see another Owl skate their way to the penalty box. We'll get the explanation from the official in a second. Gross heading into the box for a couple of minutes. Certainly not the way the Owls intended for this one to go, trying to keep up the momentum of a very impressive 4-0 win against Westchester last weekend. But not every game's going to go your way. The Owls in danger of dropping their first conference game of the season. They currently sit at 3-0. And we've got another referee's hand up, another whistle on the play. And this one looks like it'll send a Lehigh player to the box. But we'll have to wait and see. Bonakar will head to the box. We now have 4-on-4 hockey for the second time tonight. Continuing another trend of the Temple penalty kill, not allowing a power play goal. They've given up just one tonight. In what's felt like about 6 power plays for Lehigh. So a solid percentage for this Temple penalty kill. Working on the far side, that shot is deflected up against the glass. It drifts into the slot, but it will be controlled. Michael Irie had a look at it, and he goes and chases that one down, but sends it back where Sean Grant was patiently waiting for it. Grant back the other way. 1 minute and 25 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey remain. Slow to get up is Irie. He's looking to get off the ice. Pushing the other way is Lansdowne. He'll get all the way into the slot. Dropping one off. That shot is just wide. It was a nice attempt for Ringwood. But like all the other ones tonight, the Owls have just not been able to get it by Ben Spire. That shot through traffic, and it's kicked away by Spire. Sent back out to the point. Trying to keep it in, they do. Walker looking to go get it. Ringwood there behind the net as well. Puck stuck up behind the net. It drifts out where Lehigh will control. It's Bahar Jr. 29 seconds to go in 4-on-4 hockey. Only 9 seconds after that will be the Temple man advantage. Ringwood into the slot against 3 Lehigh players. He can't get by them. And that one's sent all the way down by Walker. Ringwood waiting for it. Trying to settle things down for the Owls. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 10 seconds. Ringwood to Walker. Sending one on net, and Spire all the wiser. Able to cover that one up out of the air. 4 seconds remain on the penalty on Gross. And then for 8 seconds after that, the Owls will have a man advantage for the penalty on Cal Bunakar. Barberini looks back, reassesses the times, and lets his teammates know what the plan is. Wilf gets to it first. Good to see Wilf back on the ice. We saw him going to the bench a little roughed up earlier. And now Lehigh comes back the other way. Both penalties have ended. We're back to 5-on-5 even strength hockey. That shot went between the legs of a bunch of players. No one was able to get a deflection on it. And a nice hit there by Owen. Maglio chasing after Kamish. Kamish trying to work it up the side, and he's able to get it out. Takes a hit in the back from Owen, and that one drifts in on Spire. He'll control it with his stick. Mulholland waiting behind the net. Lehigh just 3 minutes away from exacting revenge on the Owls and winning this one. It's been a pretty clean game for the Mountain Hawks. Was never really in jeopardy. They have never trailed tonight after getting the first goal in period number 1, courtesy of Brendan Kamish. That one will drift all the way ahead, and a Mountain Hawk is tripped up. And with 2:48 to go in the game, another Temple Owl will hit the penalty box. This was something the Owls had cleaned up last game against Westchester. They didn't find themselves in the penalty box very often, but it was a little bit of a concern coming into that Westchester game. The Owls had committed a plethora of penalties in their 4-0 loss to TCNJ. It seems like the Owls' quest to get on the scoreboard tonight will be made much harder. And that shot is in! The Mountain Hawks piling it on here in the third period. Their third goal of the period. And it is a 5-0 lead for Lehigh. Looked like it was Sinclair Goyer on the rip. And a week after Joey Galitsky put up his second career shutout, it has been tough swimming for this Owls goaltender and defense against a Lehigh team that we knew could put up some goals. They had 3 against the Owls in their last matchup. But when the offense puts up 0, it is a tough effort. Trying to flip that one ahead for Gross. He had a bit of an angle, but a nice defensive play to knock that puck out of the air. Back the other way. The Owls looking for some life. It's Gross. Sending one across for Barberini. We've got a whistle on the play. There's a Mountain Hawk down. It's Jack Mishkin. And he is down on the ice. Face down, clearly in a lot of pain. Three Mountain Hawks surround him, as now we finally get a trainer coming out the other way. John Guay has been sent off the ice. He's heading back to the locker room. We didn't quite catch what happened there, but we do know that a Mountain Hawk ended up on the ice, and John Guay has been sent to the locker room. It's always tough in a game that is this one-sided on the scoreboard. You always want your team to finish it cleanly. And for the Owls, they've just committed a few too many penalties here in this final period to even give themselves a shot at making the comeback. And from the reaction of the referees and the Mountain Hawks on that play, it seems like the Owls, again, have hung themselves out in a pretty bad position. But it is disheartening, trailing 5-0 with just 2 minutes to go in the game, coming off such a high-flying, exciting 4-0 win against Westchester last weekend, and with no game tomorrow. This is a game the Owls really wanted. They came out with some energy, but were just not able to cap it off. It is a 5-minute major penalty against John Guay. So the Mountain Hawks will have all the power play time they need as this game approaches its conclusion. Bonacar wins the faceoff initially for the Mountain Hawks, but a nice effort by Rudolph to try and conserve it for the Owls. Rudolph working into the slot. His shot goes high and to the right of Spire. Rudolph with a nice clean hit, and back the other way come the Mountain Hawks. Just under 2 minutes remaining in this game. Fighting for it in the corner, controlling it for the Owls is Stonefield, working against a duo of Mountain Hawks. And that one is flipped all the way down to the other end into the corner. where Spire will be waiting for it. Schick waiting patiently behind his own net. Not being pressured too hard, and here comes Lehigh the other way. With 1:15 to go, that pass is connected on into the high slot. Working to the right side, that shot is deflected up and out over the netting. Getting a decent look at it was Alex Kelly. With the power plays, the penalties committed by Temple, we have seen Lehigh really not let up here in this final period. Going into it only ahead 2-0, a very realistic deficit for Temple to overcome, especially with the opportunities they had afforded themselves in the first couple of periods. But Lehigh has done an excellent job of putting this game out of reach and giving the Owls virtually no room for error, really converting on everything they've had here in this period, scoring 3 of their 5 goals in the final 20 minutes. Working with it. Trying to get a pass back in front, and that one is sent just beyond the blue line. 3 goals in the period for Lehigh, 2 on the power play, so those penalties have come back to bite the Owls in their comeback efforts as that one is snagged. Galitsky had to go way up to get that one, and with just over 30 seconds to go, Lehigh will have an offensive zone draw. This will be the first loss of the season in conference for the Owls. They came into this one 3-0, 3-5 overall, but all 5 of those losses out of conference. So if you were going to drop any, those were the ones to drop for Temple, but this one seemingly going to go Lehigh's way. The Mountain Hawks will improve to 2-1 in the conference. A big win for them after dropping the matchup between these two teams at home. To come on the road and get the win against the same team is very impressive for Lehigh. Moving on in, that shot saved by Spire with the glove. 4 seconds to go. As the clock ticks down, McDowell there takes one last hit. And that is a big win. And Ben Spire flapping the wings. Seemingly a shot at the Owls there, and he gets a big shutout. Lehigh very happy after that one. Cheers of shutout coming from their huddle in what was a dominating victory, especially in the final period of play. Lehigh wins this one 5-0. Penalties killed the Owls in the final period of play, and an inability to convert the opportunities they did have in the first 2 periods. So these teams have split the two matchups they've had so far on the season. As now we've got some handshakes in the line. It looks pretty cordial down there. But with the handshake line, it's Lehigh 5, it's Temple nothing. That is going to wrap things up for us tonight here at the Igloo in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Thank you so much for listening in to our 2-man crew. Jonathan Burke producing, doing all the hard work, keeping the stats. He's the reason we're even on the air right now. Great job by Jonathan. I'm Luke Milai, cameraman, play-by-play, color commentator. We did it all tonight, Jonathan. Great job. It's Lehigh 5, Temple 0. That'll do it for us. Have a great night, everyone.